I found myself coming full circle on the dolmen work that I've put out in the past, and because it's some more information that I figured out, or I had to figure out by myself, every now and again I have to reconfirm what I've been putting out. And instead of putting out these same sites, pointing out these same areas of concern that I could easily prove, instead of pointing out with the same sites, the same images, areas which I could obviously prove were built with wood and mud. We're basically talking about mud packed walls here, instead of the ongoing theory by archaeologists that it's all been carved out of rock, just mindlessly moving into a wooded area and spending months, years just tapping away with some flint in their mind, okay, to do something that you could just do quickly with logs and mud, clay, and over time it just turns to mud rock, petrified wood, metamorphic rock, and so on. Well, instead of just mentioning that over and over again, I will point out areas through the video with music layered over it. There's no need to keep saying what I've just pointed out and the three videos that you can go check from the past. But like I said, these are new images and new sites. It's taken a long time to find more dolmens where I can point out more obvious areas to explain what I'm getting at here, right? Obviously, I can't do it with every single one. Now, I might be able to if I could find more images of different angles on these sites, but anyway, I've at least managed to find about 20 or 30 when you add those to the ones I've pointed out in the past. More than enough evidence to prove my theory here, which is not really a theory when the evidence is pointing straight in your face. Alright, so I will get back to you soon. Thank you very much. Well, I've noticed with the ones that I've just found, it's mostly square beams, cut beams, right, that are running across the sides of these things. Obviously, it's like a checkered effect, right, across the wall, which will get filled in with mud. The ones which were likely built quickly, round and just logs, rested into position again in like a checkered effect. It does also seem that most of the roofs would have been pitched right as a diamond shape. There's a couple that are just lobbed to one side, like something that you find in Denmark, say, from the past year, something that the rain will run off. And then over time, as it's solidified, collapsed, you just end up with an almost flat roof. But I can also point you out where it was pitched here. I have got a couple of images to also prove that. But the main thing is that where the cross sections connected, as it dried out and petrified, eventually 9 times out of 10 is where it eventually cracked. So you end up with large, what they would call megalithic blocks, generally all of about the same size, as it cracked along the edges of the cross sections. Checkered effect walling, okay?